So in this session, guys, we're going to be talking about the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq has actually started to have a fall in the markets. Look at this drop in the markets that we've been talking about. And I believe that why the Dow Jones and the S&P are going to start to follow as well. Also, I'm going to talk to you about what's happening with the mining sector right now. There's something really interesting happening right now when it comes to trend and who's really in control right now. Also, we actually have a powerful pattern that is actually potentially setting up right now on silver. Silver also could be giving us a real nice short-term trading opportunity. So if you're looking for a good trading opportunity, I've got something for you when it comes to silver as well too. Also, guys, I'm going to walk you through a couple of different false breakout patterns where the market sucks you in, and that is there to help you not get sucked in as well too. And also, I'm going to be teaching you about how to trade when there's very strong momentum to supercharge your results. Also, I'm going to be teaching you the worst time you should be placing a trade because you're probably going to get chopped up. There's a lot to go through, so let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's get straight into it. Quick announcement before I do. For you guys that got access to the actual trading course itself for free, you guys, if you don't have it, you can grab, there's a link in the description there, or go to johnsfreegift.com. You can grab free access to this. For you guys that have got free access to it, make sure you go check out the trading course because I have just recently put in this video number 1 here in the trading course, the top 13 dealer mistakes here. You can see here, download the PDF here. I've actually put the PDF here as well too. Also, so you can make sure you go check that out in the actual trading course itself. You can also say video number 2 here as well too. The number 1 chart reading and trading techniques that's been working since the 1950s. So make sure you go get access to that. And what that looks like is this PDF here. This is a PDF here that I've actually put together for you about the top 13 biggest mistakes. And as you can see, it's all about mistake number 1 and also how to overcome it. You've got 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got all these biggest mistakes you're making right now. Again, this is part of the free trading course. Focus on different things and so on and so forth. So for you guys that got access to the free trading course, make sure you go click on, I've actually just put this PDF in here just recently, and also you can make sure you go watch that video number 1 in that free trading course. For you guys that haven't, just go to johnsfreegift.com and you can get free access to that course. Let's go check out this market right now, guys. So we have got a bit of a drop in the markets right now, and for the last couple of probably for the last week or so, I've been saying get ready for a drop in the markets. And as we can see, right, look at this here, big, nice drop in the markets today. So this overextended move is now obviously we're starting to get this little drop to the downside. And I do believe this is the start of at least a little bit of a drop to the more of a drop, should I say. And if we go to the daily charts right now, you can see how that we are pretty far away from the moving average right now, right? So pretty far away from the moving average, and we're getting this overall pullback from here right now. So this overall, we've got the nice move come to the upside, and then now we're getting a bit of a drop to the downside from here as well too. So we are starting to see that drop. And again, if you guys have been watching my YouTube videos, you know that I've been saying, guys, get ready for a bit of a drop that's coming. So stock market drop warning. We're probably going to maybe spend a bit of time going sideways, I would say. Possibly we might get a bit of a drop, but I would say we're possibly going to start the year off maybe doing something like this for a bit as we develop a bit of time here. So I believe we're going to start off with a bit of a slow period towards the start of the year. That's the Nasdaq. The Dow Jones hasn't actually made a drop yet, but I do believe it's coming. And I do believe we're likely to start to see what's going on through here. This nice move to the upside. I do believe we are likely to start to see this movement, right? Because once again, we can see that we're still far away from the 52. And man, my voice is gone, isn't it? And we can also see, we have never been this far away in this vertical on this chart ever in the last couple of years. The last time we did this was the COVID crash, and you can see how fast it snapped back. So for you guys that are starting to, here we go, it's going to continue up, and you know, I listen to Freddie McCruger, right? I listened to Freddie McCruger on the on the squat box, and he said this was happening right now. Anyway, so a very strong move to the upside. And then now, guess what? We're probably going to see. We're still going to get that, but it's not going to be a complete crash, guys. It's just going to be what's called a balance. It's what I call a balanced equilibrium in the markets. Okay, a balanced equilibrium in the markets. And what that means is that we just need a nice little pullback, like just to reset this thing. What you don't want to see is if this thing just does continue going straight up, which, as you know, it can happen. It's probably 10% chance of it happening. Now we're talking bubble territory. And whenever that happens, you get a big move up and a big move down, right? So you actually don't want that. For the stock market to continue being very nice, we're probably going to get a drop through here, or either we're probably likely to get a bit of sideways movement going on through here. So the Nasdaq has started to see the fall. We even got a fall in the Russell as well too, right? So we've got a nice move to the upside. A complete false breakout pattern, I truly believe. What's happening here, because you see this resistance, a breakout to the upside, a false breakout, and then now a pullback. But here's the really interesting thing about the Russell, okay? This is the pattern that's happening on the Russell. Because the Russell had this resistance here, resistance all through here, this point through here, as you can see, right? That point through there, as you can see, has made a what? It's made a higher high. So that tells me now we're possibly now getting ready. This is now the first sign of starting a new bull trend after all this sideways movement through here. Starting. So this is what I see happening right now, okay? So let's get into this. So all this resistance through here, and now we made this high. So yes, while it's going to be a false breakout pattern, I believe, it's just going to be a false breakout pattern for this phase. What I mean by that is that we have a move up, and we broke above the high to suck a lot of people in who are not educated. And thank you for you guys. You guys are educated. You know what's going on through here, right? Because you got me on your side. I'm on your side. All right, I've got your back, right? So the last little push to the upside, you wouldn't want to go along there, right? So, and the reason why is because look at all this move to the upside, and now look what's happening, right? Now we're getting a pullback. So this is probably going to be some sort of a false breakout, but the false breakout pattern is probably going to come back down to here somewhere, maybe even do something like that, and then continue, or what I should say, start the bull trend, because the bull trend is low, significant higher low, and away we go. That's what I truly believe is happening this year on the Russell. So short-term false breakout, yes, while we're going to get a false breakout pattern, a bit of a drop, it's only going to be a false breakout to now, it's only going to be a false breakout here to go through a very big move up, then a pullback, and I believe this is the start of a very big, so this pullback here is probably going to be the start of a very nice bullish trend in the markets from there. So just remember, traders, this is actually one of the big false breakout patterns that happen in the markets all the time is this, right? Because think about this as the market has been like an energy field in the markets, right? And if the market's going up for a while, and then we have just a little bit of a pullback and we keep going like that, guess what? Like this is like an energy field, right? So we've used a lot of energy to come up. A lot of energy there, right? And now, after a lot of energy, now we have a little bit of a pullback and then we go again, right? Think about this like the gym, right? The gym. You're going to the gym and you're using a lot of energy through here, right? You're using a lot of energy. And you've been going for the gym and you're at the gym for an hour and you might have like maybe a 5 or 10 minute break through here. Are you ready to go for another hour session? Probably not, right? You might go through another maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and then guess what? Right? You do that. You're like, oh, coach, I'm done for the day. I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe 2 days after the session you give me today, right? You need a bit of a rest. That's how the market works, right? There's the technical term for it called price and time, but it's more like just energy, right? Energy using energy, and then that's where like you get this sort of, and then that's the reason why you end up in bull markets. Guess what? You end up getting energy using, energy building, energy really using, energy building, right? And you end up getting what? An upward trend, right? You have these energy building phases or reset phases to get going again to continue that trend. That's all it is, right? So whenever you try to get into a move through here, and I'm going to share a trade with you in just a minute, something happened on I think it was oil market recently, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here, right? So this is what you want to be careful of, is that whenever you see this here, if you're getting in on a breakout of a strong resistance and it's already been going up, there is a massive probability you are going to get run over by a Mack truck. Run over by a Mack truck. Please stay away from those breakouts from there, guys. You are only going to get completely run over. Okay, so there's two different types. That's one false breakout pattern. Another false breakout pattern is just say you have an area of support down here, okay? This is a massive area of support. And maybe there's a bit of a support down here. It came back up through here. And then we had a low, lower high, another lower high. And then we break down through here. This is another false breakout pattern here that is one that you want to be careful of, because what happens is that if we've been in this is the first breakout is what I mentioned before. The second one is that if we've been stair stepping down, I call it the 3 or 4 phases. If we start to get the 3 or 4 phases and then we get the big breakout first, right? If we do get that after it's been going down for 2 or 3 major, maybe even 4 major stair steps, and then we get a strong breakout, there's a good chance we're actually getting towards the end of this overall move down. This is another type of false breakout pattern you want to be careful of, right? Before it actually starts to make its way back to the upside. And this is an example of what I'm talking about here, of what happens in these false breakout patterns phases, right? So you see this here, this is actually MO on the stock market. Look what happened through here. Okay, look what happened. This is again these are different patterns, traders, that when you start to really recognize these, it's gonna stop you from getting into into really bad trades. So you can see here that the thing here. Look at this here. So that's the first stair step, second stair step, third stair step. Look at this here. So third stair step, and we got a massive break to the downside. Why did this fail? It failed because we've already been going down for quite some time, and then it happens. The best type of trades to get into a trade here is when the market hasn't been stair stepping down, right? So if we have a look at I'll show you a trade that I did back here, right? Look at this here. So this breakout here, why did this breakout actually work nicely? Why was this a true breakout? Firstly, we've been going sideways for quite some time, but look at this here. This was just what? This was on this stair step number 1 while breaking resistance, right? It wasn't stair step number 2 or 3. This is the trade that I actually took last year. Make sense, traders? So that's what you want to do through there. You really, really, really want to do that through there. And this is something I also talk about in that PDF, guys, that I put in that free trading course. Again, if you go to John's free gift, I'm giving you a free access to that, so you can check that out. I really help you and I really guide you when it comes to these different types of patterns. And let me actually bring up now, I'll share with you, it was also oil, right? So these, and again, traders, I'm all about trying to teach you of these different patterns, because this is when the market does, it sucks the uneducated in. And when you're uneducated about these different patterns in the market, you can truly get sucked in by some different false breakout patterns and stuff like that. So I'm pretty sure it was the oil market. And let me bring this through to here. Okay, so it wasn't on the oil market, it was actually on the futures markets here. This is what I was talking about here. This was another false breakout pattern I was seeing here. So what we're looking at here is a chart on the Russell, okay? And so we're looking at a 5-minute chart here on the Russell. Now, whenever I'm looking at the markets, I'm looking at trend analysis, but I'm also looking at the moving average, right? I'm also looking at the moving average. And the moving average, see how the moving average starts to flatten out here? This is when you're probably likely to get false breakout patterns. It tells you that the momentum in that particular move is slowing down, right? The momentum in that move is slowing down. We want strong momentum, right? We want to see, let's actually see if I can show you an example here that, right? We want to see how the moving average is it's very strong. It's actually strong trending on the downside through there. Like, we want to see something like that. If the moving average comes down and starts to flatten out, it's saying that that momentum is flat. And so we've got a breakdown bar here. Look at this here, went down and completely reversed. Why was that? Why did this actually happen? It happened because what? Because it was a false breakout pattern. What was alerting us for it to be a false breakout pattern? It was that the moving average started flattening out. So there's a couple of different patterns here, traders, that I'm trying to help you out with to show you that the market does this to suck you in, and they're called false breakout patterns because they really suck you in big time. But I'm trying to help you. A lot of the times, trading the markets is all about just not taking the trades that you're not that are probably likely to be false breakout patterns, and and probably also, probably losing trades as well too, right? So trading is all about taking really good high quality setups, okay? But also, probably one of the most important part is knowing when a trade's going to be a bad trade, right? So a lot of the times, again, the market will suck a lot of individual traders into the market because this is what the market does. And to the uneducated eye, it's like they're going to suck you in. And this is the reason why I spend a lot of time on false breakouts, because the market gives so many false breakouts in the markets and people get sucked in. And so I'm just trying to share with you guys some couple of different patterns here that when the market does try to suck you in, it's like, yeah, you know what? Because there are still like a 20% chance it is going to continue moving in that direction, right? It's not going to be a false breakout. That happens. But when we're trying to trade them, or when we are trading the markets, we just want to look at probability, okay? We just want to look at massive probability from there. So let's go look at the actual mining sector right now. So the mining sector right now is still in a very nice upward trend through here. Very, very, very nice. Look at this here. We've got a low. So beautiful upward trend. Nothing has changed here yet. Actually, if you look at this here, we ran up, down, we made a same high, came down, made a higher low, then made a higher high. Then we made a higher low, then we made a same high. Now we're getting this pullback. So this is what's called an upward trend. So an upward trend, and this upward trend, and the reason why I'm saying that is that as long as, if we get a pullback through here somewhere, as long as we stay above this high, this low through here, we are making what? Higher lows. And we could come down to here somewhere and then get going again, and the buyers are starting to come back into this market here, right? So that's on the GDX through there. On the GDXJ, we're getting something similar as well too, as you can see. So if I draw my trend lines here again, we can see we came down, came up, right? We then came down through here overall. Then we came up to make a higher high. Then we came down to make a higher low. Bit of a double top. Doesn't mean it's a reversal, right? But then we come back down. So yeah, we are getting a little resistance through here. But what is happening? We're getting now what? Low, higher low, higher low. We're getting a little bit of a drop through here. But is it a change in trend? No, it's not, right? Why? Because we're still making higher lows. This could still be, and has a massive probability of being a higher low here soon. It still can come back down before we actually see another move to the upside. Looking at the SIL as well too, we can see here, once again, lows, higher lows, and a very big breakout. And you can see, look at this here. This is when the trend starts to change, right? Look at this here. We made a lower high, another lower high, and now another lower high, right? So this market was making lower highs all the way down. Look what happened here. Created a higher low, then bam. This is where, see how now we're changing the tune of this market? We're in a downward trend. Now we're starting to what? Low, higher low. It came down, had this pullback, not a crash, right? Or changing trend, had this pullback, which created what? Now it's creating another high low. Now we've made another higher high. Now we're pulling back. Now we're having a pullback through. So even though we're getting a drop through here, who's in control? The buyers are in control because we're in an upward trend. Some people think, oh, well, the market's dropping through the last couple of days, so the sellers are in control through here. But when we start to look at the big picture, we start to understand, okay, this is probably going to be just a pullback. And it may even pull back through here a little bit, do something like that before we get going again. Makes sense? So let's go look at the good old silver market. Silver's actually looking quite nice, guys. Silver's looking really, really, really good. A potential amazing short-term opportunity is actually happening when it comes to the silver market. Amazing opportunity, right? So we have a low, we have a higher low, and we have a higher low through here. Now we're running up through here. Look at this here. Look at all this sideways movement. So for short-term traders on the silver market, we can see we had this major resistance level through here. And then we can also see that there's also a major resistance level coming up through, possibly through there somewhere. It's around the 26. Now, why is that important? For intraday traders, if this actually holds through here, even not for intraday traders, if this holds through here right now, and we start to get a bit of a move to the upside like that, one, we're probably going to have a move to 26. But if we start to look at the short-term charts like an hourly chart, all right, if we start to look at that for like an hourly chart and we start to get, if this whole thing, as you can see, we're just going sideways through here right now on this hourly chart. So if we hold through here now, okay, if we hold and we start to make our way back up through here and we get a break up there through there, guess what? That's probably going to have a really, really, really quick move because now we're breaking above significant resistance. And then now this is probably not going to be a false breakout. The reason why it's not going to be a false breakout, guess what? We haven't been going here, right? We haven't been using energy, right? Why was this here a false breakout? Why did it false breakout through here? Look at all that through there, a little pullback, and then a false breakout pattern, okay? But up, it's done nothing, right? Done nothing. So if we get a breakout, we haven't been using a lot of energy. We haven't been using a lot of energy. This here is actually building energy. So if we do get a break above 24.50 on a short-term intraday basis, because guess who's going to be also watching this? This guy, me, right? Over the next week or two, if we do get that, then we could see silver have a really nice, quick, pretty quick run up to the 26 mark. And that could be, once again, that could be and it doesn't look like much, but that's still a nice 5% move. And when you start to apply some leverage and so on and so forth, it's actually still a nice good intraday, what's called an intraday type of a play, right? 1 hour chart, maybe even a 15-minute chart, depending on what's happening at that time as well too. And so silver, guys, silver's actually setting up still nicely. But when we're looking at the daily charts, who's in control through here, right? Who's in control? Down, low, higher, low, higher, low. We've got now, guess what? We could be getting another higher low and pull another run through there. If we get that, guess what? It's probably going to make a really nice move to the upside. Let's go look at gold. So what's happening with gold right now? So who's in control of gold? Who's in control? So we have a look at this through here. Let's actually draw. Let's do some drawing through here. Strong up. This here was a. Now this made a higher high. Now a higher low. Run to the upside. And then a drop to the downside through there. Low, higher, low. And now we're getting another move up. So guess who's in control? The buyers, right? Because we're making an upward trend. Just because we get these drops through here and drops through there, that's not sellers in control. That's just now a pullback. Sellers in control really is a downward trend, right? Down, up, down, up. Now we're making what? Low, higher, low, and then now another higher low through there. Makes sense, traders? And this is exactly what we want to be seeing through here. So the very last thing I want to share with you, traders, before I let you go, is I want to share with you one simple thing you can do right now, one simple tool you can use on your chart to really help you when it comes to maximizing your trades in the markets and maximizing what's going on in the markets. And that is looking at, if you trade, let's just say, for example, you end up trading at daily charts, then I want you to start to look at the higher time frame, which is the weekly charts. And I want you to start to look at a thing called a moving average. And I use a 24 moving average on the weekly charts. And I'm trying to gauge this to where I'm looking at I like to take trades when we've got a nice, good, strong trending moving average. So if I'm looking at gold right now, the gold's actually pretty flat through here. Okay, so this is the big picture. And it's been pretty flat overall. Now, when I say flat, this is trending up. This is trending down. This is overall flat, right? It's not going anywhere. Flat, down, up. Makes sense? So this is overall what? Flat. Yeah, it's been going up and down, but it's overall flat, isn't it? Means there's actually nothing here. But what happens when we start to get a nice trending moving average like this here? This point through here, all through here, bam. And let me take that off the screen and draw it again. This point through here, whenever we do get this sort of action happening with the moving average, see how nice that trending is to the upside. It's very strong to the upside. You have a very good long-term trend and momentum. And so therefore, whenever you're trading, looking for long opportunities while this is in play is going to give you a massive, massive probability of a trade. Now, I share with you AMWD. If I share a trade with you here for AMWD, this is a trade that I took just before Christmas. And now, why did I take this trade? I took it actually on the daily charts for my entry, but the big picture was telling me what? What was one of the big keys? And the big keys I'm telling you right now is, look at this here. See how strong that moving average is? See how this was overall nice trending down. So trying to look for longs through here is very, very risky. Flat, when everything's flat, there's actually no trend, no momentum. So this is a danger time. This is a time you definitely want to be staying out of the markets because you're going to get chewed up, right? You want to wait for some sort of momentum, some sort of something to kick into play. Then guess what? Then now the market came up and we actually took a trade right here on this here because it broke up. So this is a time you want to be staying out of the market. This is a warning sign to say, hey, there's no momentum, there's no trend, there's no high probability here. Stay away from this point through here because there's nothing here. Wait for these guiding momentum through here and wait for this guiding momentum all through here. This is the reason why we took a trade just recently, and it's one of the most successful things you can start to apply to your own trading, traders. If you do want to trade breakouts, like true breakouts, then the reason why, and I'll show you the daily charts, why was this a true breakout, not a false breakout? Why? Because remember I said before, when the market does nothing for a while, it's more like an energy field. And then we got a breakout and the market had a nice move up, nice successful trade, right? Why else was it a successful trade? It was a successful trade because guess what? We had this overall strong move to the upside. Make sense? And so that's what you want to, that's what you want to be seeing through there, traders. And I hope that helps you out. Once again, traders, just to remind you guys, for you guys that got access to the free trading course, that very first video is the top 30 mistakes you're going to make, This is a 30-minute video. Plus also, guys, make sure I've actually just recently added the PDF as well too to the bottom of that free course. And obviously make sure you check out video number 2, the #1 chart reading and trading technique that's been working since the 1950s. And that's video number 2. If you haven't got access to this, or you would like to re-get access to it, or you've missed a link, then just go to johnsfreegift.com, guys. And I think that's the second link in the description there, guys. So click on that, or there's a link in the description, or go to johnsfreegift.com. Register, and that will not only give you access to the trading course, but will also give you access to an event that I'm running, where on the event I'm going to walk you through exactly step by step my trading system. The #1 thing that actually I had to do to go from $250,000 in net to making a lot of money, and so much more as well too. So anyway, guys, go get access to that right now, and I'll see you in the next video.